Have you ever tried to run away from something God asked you to do? What if a giant fish was part of the story?
Long ago, in a quiet land by the sea, God spoke to a man named Jonah. Go to the city of Nineveh, God said. Help the people change their ways. But Jonah did not want to go. He felt afraid. He felt unsure. And instead of obeying, Jonah decided to run the other way. He went down to the harbor and boarded a ship. He thought, if I sail far enough away, I won't have to do this. The ship began to move across the wide blue sea. At first, everything was calm. But then, the wind began to blow hard. The sky grew dark. The sea became rough. Waves crashed against the boat. The sailors were very afraid. They tried everything they could to save the ship. Meanwhile, Jonah knew something in his heart. He knew the storm had come because he was running from God. So Jonah stood up and said, "Jonah, it is my fault. If you throw me into the sea, the storm will stop." The sailors did not want to do that. But the storm grew stronger and stronger. Finally, they carefully lowered Jonah into the water. And the moment he touched the sea, the wind stopped. The waves grew calm. The storm disappeared. Everything was quiet again. But beneath the water, something very big was moving. A giant fish appeared. With one great splash, the big fish swallowed Jonah. Inside, it was dark. It was quiet. Jonah was alone, but he was safe. There, in the darkness, Jonah began to pray. He spoke to God with an honest heart. "I'm sorry." He said, "I should have listened. I will obey you." For 3 days and 3 nights, God kept Jonah safe inside the big fish. Then, at just the right time, the big fish swam toward the shore. On a bright morning, with golden sunlight shining on the water, the fish gently released Jonah onto dry land. Jonah was tired. He was wet, but he was safe. And this time, when God spoke again, Jonah listened. He went to Nineveh, just as God had asked, because Jonah had learned something important. Even when we make mistakes, even when we try to run away, God still loves us, and He gives us a second chance.
Sometimes, when we listen, we catch wonderful surprises.